Hi everyone, this is Rosie, and today we will be making a no-sew envelope card case. So let's get started. Here are a few examples of the case. They measure 3.5 inches wide by 2 1/4 inches high, and they have a cam snap closure. The ones that I have here are made with vinyl, with the exception of this one, which is made with leather. And here is a view of the back of the case. If you would like to make this case along with me, I will put a link to the pattern in the description below the video. So let's take a peek inside. These are a great way to present a gift card, and I do have a gift card in this one here. In this one, I've stored some cash. I find that if I'm going out and I don't want to carry anything with me, these are great for holding a little bit of cash, a credit card, and even an ID card. In this one, I have some credit cards. I believe I have about 6 credit cards in this one, so they will hold quite a bit. In this one, I have about 8 business cards, so if you need to carry some business cards with you, it's a great little case for storing them. And in this one, I just have some coins. And I'm sure that you can all come up with a few more uses. This is a no-sew project, so you will need to use a non-fraying material to make your case. Now I have a bunch cut out here. Most of them are vinyl. So I have all these pieces right here that I've cut from vinyl. You can see it's a fairly flexible, pliable, but you don't want it to be too thin. You want it to be able to hold its shape. And on the back of all of them, I have left the backings as is. This one here is also vinyl, but I chose to line it with some heat transfer vinyl, or HTV. If you do decide that you want to line the interior with the HTV, you should fuse that to your vinyl or whatever material that you're using before you cut it out. And this one here is made with Kraft-Tex. I love using Kraft-Tex. It's a material that acts like paper and fabric all at the same time. It's got a lot of body to it. It's got a fairly good thickness to it. And one thing that I really love about it is that you can stamp on it, and you can use your thinlet dies to cut out a message or a shape. And as I've already showed you, you can make these out of leather. One material that I don't have pictured here is cork fabric, and it does work on cork fabric as well. So you can go ahead and experiment around with different materials. Just make sure that it has some body to it and that it's a non-fraying material. Now you will have the ability to enlarge the case. This is the original pattern size here. It's the 3.5 by 2 1/4 inch size. And then I enlarged it for a finished size of 6 inches wide by 4 inches high. I will talk more about how to do that later on in the video, but right now we're going to go straight into the construction. Assembly is very simple. You just need your pattern piece and one set of cam snaps that includes the male and female pieces. Plus you need your cap setter. I'm going to use my large setter here, but you may have one that looks something like this. We're going to start with the cam snap that goes on the flap closure. You want to take the cap piece, and that goes on the exterior. Then I'm going to stand this up, and I'm going to take the male piece right here, and that's going to go up in the die. And just set that in place. And now I can take this piece here, set it in the bottom, and just press. Now for this bottom section, which is going to be the front of the case, we want to place the cap. And then I'm going to take my female piece and put that up in the die. And then I can go ahead and set it in place. And now we're ready to fold in the sides and place the tabs inside the slits. So I'm going to flip this over so that the wrong side is facing up. You want to fold the front up. And with the tabs, I find it easier if I fold the ends of the tabs in towards the center of the tab. And then I can take it and fold it over the front and push the tab into the side, into the slots. After it's inserted into the slot, the ends of the tab will pop open. And then you'll repeat for the other side. Just fold the ends of the tabs in towards the center of the tab, fold over, and push into the slot. And now if you look inside, you'll see that the tabs have popped open. And then you're just going to close your case and you're done. The larger case assembles in exactly the same way, but I want to point out something about the holes for the cam snaps. I cut out this piece by enlarging my SVG file. When you do that, it's also going to make the cam snap holes larger. Now, we're going to place the cap of the cam snap on the interior, just like we did before. But when I do this, I want to make sure that the post of that cap is in the center of the hole. So I'm just going to place it in my press, and I'm just looking at it just to make sure that it's right about in the center there, and then I can go ahead and set it in place. And now I want to put the cap on the exterior side of the flap closure. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to center that post in the middle of the hole. I'm just going to look at it, make sure it's in the center, and then press. Now if you're enlarging your PDF file, you will not have this issue. And then we're going to finish this off the same way. Fold up the front of the pouch, fold in those tabs, the ends of the tabs, fold the side over, push the tab into the slit, and then the ends of the tab will open up. And then you're going to do the same exact thing on the opposite side. And then once everything is set in place, the ends of the tabs will open up. So here's the case finished in 2 sizes. I want to quickly go over the 2 options that you have for cutting out your pattern pieces. One is to use the paper pattern, which you will find on the last page of your PDF file. You're going to cut out your pattern piece, and you also want to punch out the holes for the cam snaps and cut out the marks for the slits. These slits are the exact size they need to be. Don't make them any longer or shorter. Then you're going to take your material and you will place your pattern piece on the wrong side of the material. You're going to use an erasable marking tool to trace all the way around the edge of the pattern. And then you want to mark the holes for the cam snaps and both of the slits. Now, as you've already seen, I've already gone ahead and marked mine here. Then you can cut everything out. For the holes, you can punch the holes out with an awl, and you can cut out the slits with an X-Acto knife. And again, you don't want to exceed the length of the slits on the pattern. To increase the size of the PDF file, you will need to enlarge each side of the pattern piece individually. Once you've done that, you're going to have your two pieces here, left and a right, and all you simply want to do is cut down the center line of one of the pieces. You don't need to do this on two pieces, just do it on one. Then you're going to line them up and tape them together. And then you'll go ahead and cut everything out exactly the same way you did for the smaller size case. The second option for cutting out your pattern piece is to use the provided SVG file. You're going to upload that file into your design software. Along with the pattern piece, there is a 2-inch test square, and you'll use that test square to make sure that the pattern uploaded at the correct size. You can also use that test square if you need to do some test cuts on the materials that you're using. The SVG file will cut out your pattern piece, plus the 2 holes for the cam snaps and the 2 slits. Now, to enlarge your SVG file, you need to find the proportion lock in your design software. It needs to be engaged so that it's set to on. Once it's engaged, we're only going to change the width of the pattern piece, and that is going to set the height automatically for you. Now, as I said before, as we enlarge this pattern, it's going to make the holes for the cam snaps larger. So I found that the maximum width that I can set my pattern piece to is 11.5 inches. And that is the maximum size that the holes can be to still properly fit the cam snaps. Well, I do hope that you've enjoyed watching this video tutorial. And again, I will put a link to the pattern in the description below the video. I have had so much fun designing this particular project and making them. They're so quick and easy, and they have so many great uses. So I hope that you will give it a try. I want to thank everyone who has supported me by liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. I would also love to see you over at my Facebook group, which is Rosie and David Patterns. And I would love for you to visit my Etsy shop, which is Rosie and David US. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.